Oh my gosh, Monty wants to go down the stairs and there's literally no floorboards. It's like dust. Oh, jeez. Can you hear him? Oh man. He's gonna bark. Listen, listen. Thanks for the sub, Mari. Oh man. Mom. What you doing, man? Chill. Chill, man. Chill. It's so cold. I'm good now. I'm warming up though. I'm warming up. Hey, everybody. We'll start soon, yeah? Might be a shorter stream than usual because I just need to cover this card and juggling quite a few things right now, but yeah, and I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just got a little fur baby that wants to go downstairs. Would you not allow it downstairs, Monty? No. Mm-mm. You want me to sit on my lap? Hmm? You sit on my lap? Hmm? Come here then. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh. Oh, no. What are you doing? Oh, I'm going to chase him for 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. Ah! I'm knackered. Oh my gosh. He went down the stairs again. Oh my gosh. What are you doing, Monty? Oh. Oh. Hey guys. Oh. So, because I fed him, he's energetic, so I've made a barrier so that he can't go downstairs. And he freaking squeezed through it. Twice. Twice, Monty. Hmm? So you're locked in here now. You could have just roamed the whole floor. But no. No, you had to misbehave, Mr. Mont. Hmm? Yeah, don't look at the door now. No. Oh. 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 No, not allowed to look at the door. You got to be the entertainment now. Because you're not letting me stream. Hmm? Hmm? You guys right. My hair? Oh my gosh, yeah, haircut. It's a little bit less permy, less curls. We tried something new, so if it doesn't work, then we'll just perm it with a heavier stuff, but we thought we'd go for a softer touch. Okay, Monty, can I stream now? Hmm? Hmm? I'm gonna stream. You like it? That's cool. Thank you. Alright, Monty, there, sit on my blanket there. If he moans, I'll keep an eye out, but I'm actually hot now. I was wearing 3 layers, now I'm wearing 2 layers because I've been running around. Here, lie down. Come here, lie down. Come, sit with Gogo. Sit with Gogo. Here. Lie down. Yeah, good boy. Yeah, just ruffle it up. Oh boy. Oh no, he's doing the whole thing. I'll let him settle first before we start. How's everybody doing? Hey, Shaname in deep. You're in deep. You're going to be in deep with me today. But yeah, welcome to Lads Wars, episode 6. Return of the... I was going to say Jedi. Return of the Brother. I did get a haircut, yeah. Monty. If you guys could see him, he's like rolling around on the floor right now. It's really cute. I wish I could show you guys, but I can't. He's being a gorgeous little boy right now. Yeah, he's being gorgeous. My hair's so straight though. I've been having so many like issues with the internet and stuff, and it's just crazy. You gonna lie down now? Yeah. We're just waiting. I think he's gonna settle soon. He's just a bit hyper. Good boy. Yeah, come on, almost there. How's everybody doing today? Not my internet. No, it doesn't keep freezing. It's just I've been trying to get like the MacBook stream and stuff going, but in case of failures for the quiz, but yeah, it works. It works in general. So, right. But yeah, I had a haircut, and I asked them to do like a soft root perm that's not really curly to see what it looks like, and it kind of looks okay. It's fresh. It's a fresh cut, so it won't look super amazing at the start, but we'll see. Yeah, it's your Tekken internet, Shaname. Good boy, Monty. Right, let's begin. He's settled. Did I now?
Want to know what you said?
Yeah, tell me, boy. Why did you tell me? There it is, lads. There we go. Okay. Okay. Na, 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 na. Right, here we go.
You can't hear my heartbeat from over there.
It's going to be a slightly shorter stream than usual today. Probably 2 hours. I don't know how long the memory takes, but we're going to break it up into segments. Hi, Nabi. How you doing? And I'm excited. This one's like the most controversial one. Am I green? No, it's okay. I mean... just whatever, right? You're gonna have to work with it. But yeah, I've heard a lot about this one. Just don't really know what's inside it. That makes sense. Here we go. So, we're all here for one thing. Caleb and his Imperial Throne song. What if a heart were just a little bigger than the entire universe? The stream okay? Wait. Let me see if I can adjust my camera before we start. Am I see-through? Oh my gosh, am I see-through? You can't even see my arm. Okay. Okay, that's a bit too much. Am I see-through? Well, it goes green when I do that. Okay, that makes sense. I keep my hands here. Hi. Yeah, it's okay. It'll do, right? You guys are gonna have to keep up with that, okay? But hello everyone, welcome in. We're keeping warm in here, aren't we, Monty, eh? I'm gonna share your body heat with me, Good boy. Right, if the sound's too quiet, let me know.
Quick! Seal the main bridge's blast doors! Those Empire bastards have already taken control of the secondary command center!
Did they just censor bastards?
Quick! Seal the main bridge's blast doors! Those Empire bastards have already taken control of the secondary command center!
Damn, what an opening. Emma Gula 5000, hi! Finally, this is my first time catching a lad stream. Hello! Nice to meet you and welcome in.
Send a message to the nearest starship immediately! High Marshal Caleb will...
High Marshal Caleb. One of my Imperial guards takes down the last soldier standing outside the blast doors. The Imperial Captain gives me a laser firearm and I slowly raise it. I aim at the mechanical lock located in the center of the blast doors. The bridge's blast doors spring open, releasing a cloud of frosty white vapor.
Your Majesty,
Hey, insane
all
butterfly.
Federation soldiers have been subdued. The starship now belongs to you. We jammed their comms in advance. The Federation's High Marshal won't learn of this for at least 3 days. Reinforcements will arrive within 1 week to escort you safely back to our home planet.
I survey the area, walk past the broken Federation insignia on the ground, and give a slight nod. This Federation dared to touch my belongings. This starship will serve as their reparation. 2 weeks ago, I received word that the Empress's Roar, an Imperial transport ship, had been seized by the Federation while passing through Starport number 7. The Empire and the Federation were always at odds with each other due to various conflicts, although battles large and small are commonplace. To blatantly overstep their jurisdiction within a starport in a neutral space zone was unmistakably a provocation. See you later, Shaname. Not to mention the Empress's Roar was carrying gifts from various overlords for my coronation. Have the guards inventory the warehouse. Record everything that's missing or damaged. Isn't the High Marshal still recovering from his injuries? I'll send him a letter of concern in 3 days. Imagining the expression on his face when he receives it makes me smile. Include a reparation invoice as well.
As you wish.
She's like an empress in every single one. So if she's an empress in every single one, then are they connected by law or not? Maybe I'm overthinking it. After the guards leave, I walk into the depths of the starship's cabin. My fingers trail over an exquisite, ornate double-edged dagger on the table. This doesn't seem to be amongst my presence. The footsteps behind me resound almost... Whoa. Hello, big boy. I spin and raise my hand. The trigger is set to maximum power. But the man I'm aiming at only raises an eyebrow. With a flick of his finger, he tosses it to the attendant beside him as if discarding a boring toy. Marley Mumpkins, greetings. Behind him, dozens of Federation soldiers in pure black uniforms have sealed off all exits in the corridor. They bow their heads to him in sequence.
Your Majesty hasn't changed a bit.
I don't know why he looks so good looking
When
right
it comes to your belongings, one wrong glance would send you flying into a rage. You even made a trip to this remote
now. I
galaxy.
mean, he's always good looking, but look at how he's squinting his eyes. He's like, hey, baby girl. No wonder the starship's defenses were weak. I anticipated the Federation would have a backup plan, but I didn't expect Caleb to appear in person. The Imperial Guard still need time to form a counterattack. I need to stall him for now. The same can be said about the High Marshal. No. I heard you sustained minor injuries, but it looks as though you're all right.
You rarely leave your Imperial planet, so of course I had to personally welcome you to make sure everything was all right.
Caleb smiles as he raises his finger, and the Federation soldiers' weapons simultaneously turn to me.
My baby sister.
There it is. That's the drama, is it? Wow. Boy, oh
Your
boy.
Majesty, the nobles are waiting in the audience hall. As for the interception of Empress's roar, someone leaked the intel. However, we don't know who. They're riled
Good
up
count.
in saying we must
One.
demand an explanation from the Federation.
The Empire and the Federation have been at war for centuries. We don't need an excuse. Have you seen this one, Halsey? I know you haven't got the card, but have you actually seen it? Like, the whole thing? And the nobles don't want an explanation. They want to see the new ruler's position and capabilities. Or you have. A ray of sunlight falls on the flowers in the vase. I set down the stems in my hand and gesture for the maid to clean up the scattered leaves. They should pay the price for daring to target what's mine. I pause and recall the interstellar news report from a few days ago about the attack on the High Marshal in the capital. I'm afraid Caleb's life in the Federation isn't always as glorious and carefree as I thought it was. He most likely doesn't have the energy to manage Starport-related affairs at the moment. This is the perfect opportunity for me to take the initiative. I sit up and take the robe the maid offers me. The Nebulasia apples at Starport number 7 are in full bloom, yes? I plan to visit them myself. Unfortunately, having a plan is one matter, but the changes brought about by Caleb's appearance are another story. More than 10 dots from the laser sight appear around me. I face them head on and take 2 steps. Killing me is easy, but did you think about how you'll handle the aftermath? Although I'm the Empire's Empress, there are plenty of potential heirs to choose from once I die. I shrug, lower my weapon, and smile. My successor might not be interested in playing these childhood games with you.
It was a joke, Your Majesty.
Caleb waves his hand and the guns behind him are immediately lowered.
Traces of weapons smuggling appeared at the starport, and the Federation is assisting the Lorne Galaxy with its investigation. It's all for the sake of interstellar peace. If armed conflict were to break out, it would threaten the safety of shipping routes.
Let's set aside the matter of peace. If the Lorne Galaxy sought help from the Federation, that would be a reasonable justification. As a shipping hub at the center of our known cosmos, its stability affects the interests of many galaxies.
Those small gifts the Overlords offered you might very well be destroyed in some transportation accident. Even Your Majesty, who owns the entire Empire, would feel that minor wound. Am I wrong?
Since you know this, you shouldn't have interfered with my private transport spacecraft. You know very well I won't let this slide. Or are you saying you went through all this trouble just to lure me for sightseeing? Caleb approaches me and picks up the double-edged dagger, but he makes no move to slide it back into the sheath at his side.
It's been a long time since we last saw each other after your coronation. I missed you.
When he says that last word, his lips are almost pressed against my ear. Only I can hear a familiar hint of playfulness. My finger curls around the loaded laser firearm as I lower my gaze. Caleb is the person closest to me, but at this moment he and the Federation are the Empire's greatest enemy. If I want to secure my position as Empress, I will inevitably cross swords with him. Will I get the good or the bad ending? See, the goody me would drop the weapon, but MC's a bit of an asshole. She might shoot it, and then Caleb will use his gravity. Fine, fuck it. Various thoughts swirl through my mind, and at long last, I seize the clearest one. Regardless of our circumstances, he's my older brother, so naturally he belongs to me. Rather than let someone else kill him, I'd rather do it myself. The laser firearm's bout is knocked away just before the beam is fired. It grazes Caleb's shoulder and strikes the porthole behind him. With an expressionless face, he sheaths his dagger and glances at where his blade cut me.
I thought you'd be more interested in catching up.
The wound isn't deep. In fact, it's more of a warning. I press down on my wrist to stop the bleeding. Caleb raises his arm. The Federation soldiers who aimed at me again have received the signal to step back. A clearer path for me.
Take your Empress's roar and leave. I won't give you a warning next time.
This is the bad ending. I was young back then. Grand ambitions and confidence could sustain me as I walked this path alone. I turned and left the bridge. I didn't look back. Not even once. Then he shot me. War broke out once more. It wasn't any different from the wars between the Empire and the Federation over the past 100 years. Caleb and I, at distant ends of the cosmos, live and die in futility. The heavens can only eternally spin in vain. In Cosmic Year 649, the meeting between the Empire's Empress Natalie and Caleb, leader of the Federation, ultimately ended in discord. They once grew up together in the Imperial Core. Separated, they rose to power in two great galaxies to create their own era of prosperity. But as they ruled, the accumulated grievances between the Empire and the Federation failed to be resolved and worsened. They spent their entire lives restraining each other. They never achieved reconciliation. Excerpt from the Stars' Brief History. So they're not blood related. They grew up together, but they shouldn't be blood related. If it says blood related in English, that's a mistranslation. I'm almost guaranteeing it. I'll almost guarantee it's a mistranslation. Okay, that was the bad ending. For sure. What a buck. Okay, let's do it again. So that one I was kind of like 70% chance this is going to be the bad one, but the previous one, what was it? Raphael's. Yeah, I don't want to send them to a black hole.
Quick! Seal the main bridge's black doors! Those Empire...
Send a message.
Your Majesty, we jam. Reinforce.
Okay, let's get to where we started. Or we left off.
As you will.
I sound like an Animal Crossing character.
Your Majesty hasn't changed a bit. When it comes to your belongings, one wrong glance would send you flying into a... You rarely leave your Imperial planet, so of course I had to personally
I don't
log in
know
to
what
make
the
sure
drama's
everything was
about.
alright.
We're about to find out.
My baby sister.
My baby sister. Yeah, I wonder what it's about. I bet it's just low nothing. It's like every multi-ban, I swear there's drama. Have you noticed? It's like, guys. You not bored of it? Oh, here we go. Is it actually the blood-related thing? Interesting.
It was a joke, Your Majesty. Traces of weapons smuggling.
That's not even drama,
If
though.
armed conflict
Like,
would break out,
even if it was incest, it's like...
Those small... Even Your Majesty, who... It's
go.
been a long time since we last saw each other after your coronation.
Yeah, I mean...
I missed you.
Here we go. I drop my weapon and link arms with Caleb. My smile slowly widens. Regardless of what the future holds, this game-like power struggle has only just begun. I plan to savor it for a long time. I missed you too. Before I came here, I heard Nebulasia apples bloom beautifully. Would you like me to accompany me to see them? He puts his arm around me while sheathing his dagger.
Good answer. I know the perfect spot.
Inside an observation room, the metal hatch slowly closes behind us. We're the only ones here. Caleb recommended me to head to the top of the starport's highest tower. From the window, one can see the Nebulasia apples in their entirety.
The attire of an empress suits you well.
Weren't you threatening me with firearms earlier? You changed your tune awfully quick.
Are you angry?
He removes his sidearm, grips my hand and places it over their weapon's handle. Two different temperatures simultaneously envelop my palm.
You could hold it and threaten me.
You think I won't shoot?
You won't.
His fingers glide across my wrists and trail down my arm to reach my back. The rough texture makes my breath hitch for a moment.
I'm the only one who has played these kinds of games with you since childhood.
He tilts his head slightly and affectionately kisses my cheek.
And my guess is that you don't want this to end too soon either.
Damn, his voice acting is so good. It depends on what we can give each other during this time. I hug Caleb back. My breaths caress his neck. The Nebulasia apple flowers at this starport are beautiful. I like them.
You can visit this place more often when you have the time. I can keep you company for as long as you want to look at them.
Hey, Remy. I narrow my eyes and pretend to accidentally step on his foot. You've forgotten that what I like must belong to me. But as long as you let go, in time, I can let bygones be bygones. Maybe the relationship between the Federation and the Empire could be mended through us. However, it was never good to begin with. Caleb shows no sign of loosening his grip. Instead, he picks up a strand of my hair and twirls it around his finger.
I know you well enough. You're upset because you didn't get the upper hand. Let's see. Another Imperial fleet should already be on its way here. If I withdraw my people from the starport now, I'm afraid what I'll face won't be your reconciliation. I might as well be caught in a pincer attack.
My thoughts have been exposed, so I cut to the chase. On behalf of the Empire, I can promise to not act against you, on the condition that you leave immediately. No words leave his mouth. Then he flicks the accessory on my cloak, which is embedded with the cryostellus he gave me. The crystal is only formed in the cold ring zones that are created when two nearby stars collapse simultaneously. Despite being on the market, it's always been priceless. One day, Caleb somehow got word from somewhere and piloted a long-haul vessel alone for a cold ring zone to find a crystal. I remember his smile when he brought it back. He said his job is to always bring me everything I want. But what if we want the same thing?
How long will it take for your fleet to arrive? A week? My people only need 2 days.
Hey.
Starport
Yeah,
number
friendly in the
7 is
chat.
the
We've got a long
closest
one, guys.
location for reaching the Nizir Galaxy, where the Federation is located.
Good boy, Monty. He's
We
being such a
must
good boy
control
now.
it at all costs. If worst comes to worst, we'll destroy it. It's still better than letting the Empire control it. I assume you didn't want that outcome when you arrived.
He's correct. I'm here with the intention of displaying an alliance with the Empire's nobles to confront a common enemy. It's so I could win over some of the loyalty I need for my reign. Starting a war isn't difficult, but winning without fighting is. I also don't want my subjects to remember me as a warmonger empress, especially since I've just ascended the throne. Contemplating the current situation, I pull away from his embrace. Let's compromise, then. The Imperial fleet and the Federation's garrison both retreat. Everyone will be able to coexist peacefully.
My dear sister, you seem to have misunderstood me. I'm not here to negotiate.
That's 2? That's 2, right, Halsey?
The Starport's viceroy submitted his resignation, and the Lorne Galaxy has accepted the new candidate who was recommended by the Federation. It was when we were viewing the flowers.
Caleb leans in, his voice softly brushing past my ear.
You weren't the only one buying time.
Caleb, you've truly become a convenient blade for the Federation. You just bite me? Adult pain spreads from the side of my neck. I reach out to push him away, but he catches my wrist first.
Are you referring to this?
You! How dare you? I struggle and Caleb's arms tighten around
The
me.
Lorne Galaxy is frequently plagued by turbulence. It's better to wait for your fleet to arrive so they can escort you back to your home planet. For the next few days, just relax and focus on catching up with me.
His kiss descends without warning. Amidst the entanglement of lips and teeth, I bite his lower lip. I only feel satisfied when the metallic taste of blood fills my mouth. Wow, she's vicious, this one. Since he took what he wanted, this is the lightest price he'll have to pay. The suckening, yeah. Yeesh, that sounded painful and yeah, at the same time.
This is Her Majesty's favorite cloak. Let go!
The vases! Protect Her Majesty's vases! Bring the cushions from the other rooms!
Gives as good as she gets. Shortly after the fleet escorted me back to my home planet, which is in the Empire, Caleb's apology gift arrived. Currently, they're brazenly digging up the ground in my greenhouse's garden while making incomprehensible strange noises.
They're chewing on the last Nebulasia apple.
Your Majesty, this Bittapup has a stubborn, unruly temperament.
Bittapup.
I believe the High Marshal sent them
I love
here
this
with
song.
ill intentions. Why don't we send the creature to the Houndmaster? At least they will be taught some manners.
That's unnecessary. I look at the chaotic state of the garden they're in, and I raise my hand to stop the secretary from saying more. They're a mischievous pup who can't possibly tear down my palace. On my way back to the Empire, I came up with the rough beginnings of a plan for my retaliation. I just need an opportunity. I got a sibling count. Go on, Halsey. The Interstellar Starfaring Summit is about to be held in the Empire. Caleb has to arrive as a representative of the Federation. His starship will encounter a small problem though. which means he won't be able to arrive on time. He'll have no choice but to ask me for help. I'll have them guard my bedchamber. When their former master apologizes to me, they can help me deliver a message. Ditch Witch. Ditch Witch. In Cosmic Year 129, Ditch Witch followed, so I appreciate it. Thank you very much. They announced they would establish their own nation in the Nizir galaxy. Thus, the Glory Federation was born. The Federation opened its doors to all of the Empire's opponents, and within several decades it rapidly grew into the Empire's most powerful adversary. In Cosmic Year 150, the Empire formally declares war on the Federation, and so for hundreds of years, the flames of conflict never ceased. Both sides claimed victories and defeats, but the two great galaxies always maintained a delicate balance. Neither could completely shake the other's foundation. In the Cosmic Year 642, a young man who grew up in the Imperial Court voluntarily switched sides and went to the Federation to study. At the time, no one knew that this young man, who rose to the position of High Marshal in just 5 years, would change the entire cosmos. Excerpt from the Star's Brief History. But before changing the cosmos, there was another important matter awaiting this young man's attention. I like the new layout, but what about the Kirby overlay? I couldn't use the Kirby overlay because I made lads wider. Can you see it? It's wider. And because I made it wider, the overlay no longer worked. So I was like, well, guess it's Star Wars time, so I made these little layouts. So it's kind of temporary anyway. His unexpected absence from last evening's summit, which has been held in the Empire, is the result of bidding on the Lorne Galaxy's long-haul vessels. Did you go to the gym, Neil? Or no?
Due to personal reasons, I will regrettably be absent for this interstellar starfaring summit. I hereby extend my sincerest apologies to all participants and to the organizer of this conference, the Empress of the Cosmic Empire.
Several ministers are already visibly delighted before the holographic report on Astral News ends.
It's as Her Majesty predicted. The Federation would never admit that their starships experienced technical malfunctions. Who could have predicted that replacing one small component would make their superior navigation system malfunction?
Good job, by the way.
Representatives from the Lorne Galaxy want the Empire and the Federation to bid for the new long-haul vessels so they can gain a profit. Since the Federation is absent, we predict we'll be able to save 100 million cosmic credits.
100 million cosmic credits? Damn.
Your Majesty is truly wise.
Thank you. Thank you. In a good mood, I tapped the armrest of my throne while accepting the minister's flattery. Let's secure Lorne's long-haul vessel production line for the next 3 years before the Federation realizes what's happening. Caleb will get a taste of returning empty-handed this time. After everyone leaves, I reopen the news report from earlier and wave my hand to rewind it by several seconds, and I take a screenshot. This obedient... One second, I need to swap this around. This obedient, apologetic expression is a rare sight. I'll send it to Caleb later so he can see it for himself. Oh, good. As I leave the audience hall, the overcast sky doesn't affect my good mood in the slightest. What did you work on yesterday, Teal? In the corridor, Tabi, whose name was found inscribed on the inside of their collar, is enthusiastically chewing on their beloved toy. They happily bound over to my feet once they see me approach. I pick up the toy, hold it in my hand, and play. You're well behaved. I'll give you an extra treat later. Their short tail is wagging even faster now. Sounds like Mom. As raindrops suddenly fall, I scoop up Tabi and head to the nearest greenhouse for shelter. greenhouse has long since been renovated. Plants extend outward with their leaves to release this season's distinctive fragrance. Subconsciously, I make my way round to a flower wall. Sure enough, I spot that familiar white bench. It looks exactly the same as before. Back then, Caleb and I would often whisper here. Okay. It's a good start. The machines are good because you can't really mess up. You can't really injure yourself, so it's a good start. I would stick with those for a few weeks. In fact, never leave them. They're always very good. Flowers bloom abundantly in the greenhouse. We avoided the maids by hiding in the blossom's shade. Must you go to that weird academy?
It's the Glory Federation's Interstellar Military Academy. It's the best military school in the galaxy. You saw the acceptance email a long time ago and even filed it under not interested.
I pretend not to notice the teasing in his tone and pluck a wilted flower from the corner. The Federation despises Imperial citizens. They might never let you graduate.
Don't worry. I'll be going there as a neutral planet's heir. No one will cause trouble.
Oh boy. But if you go to the Federation, you'll have to start over.
Starting from scratch to reach the position of High Marshal sounds exciting, though.
But if you become the High Marshal, you won't just be my Caleb anymore. I furrow my brow, and he pokes the space between my warrior lines.
No buts. Don't you trust me? When you're the Empress and I'm the High Marshal, we can change the current relationship between the Empire and the Federation.
Who knows if that will be the case? When you leave, I won't be able to talk to anyone.
How's that possible? You're the future Empress. There will be plenty of people doing everything they can to win your favor. They're like this flower. Regardless of its rarity, all you need to do is look at it a little longer, and it shall bloom forever in your garden.
I know. They can be tiresome sometimes. They're nothing compared to you.
Power always means enduring a few minor inconveniences. But with me, you can always be that willful little sister.
I'm not sure there are images to show you how it's
I'll
done.
be leaving in a month. Aside from your gift list, is there anything you want?
I mean, if you was on a bench press and it's just to push it, I mean, the only way you could do that wrong is like, if you stood up, didn't sit on the chair and started pulling it, and then you'd be doing lateral rows instead. Seated rows. Anything?
Yes. Anything.
Summer flowers and fruits have ripened, their rich fragrance mingling with an intense desire. Before you leave, please satisfy me. What the fuck? I tilt my head up and kiss his lips for the first time. Back then, I had no idea what I wanted to taste. Then I go. My scattered thoughts return to the present. I look at the petals I unconsciously plucked and brush them aside. Perhaps Caleb and I had already taken different paths to build our own lives since the beginning. I believe that even though we might have instances of nostalgia, neither of us would question the choices we made. I just don't know when we'll see each other again.
Your Majesty, the High Marshal has arrived.
Yeah, they're definitely not blood related. In Chinese culture, no incest. Incest, no good. Somehow, Caleb has arrived in the Empire before the Interstellar Starfaring Summit ended. The fact that he left the other galaxy representatives behind to see me makes it difficult to determine his real purpose. However,
You complained about this silver tray being too plain when I gave it to you. You're still using it?
I forgot to throw it away.
As for these apple fruits,
Jitteru,
you must
hello,
have
Nate
forgotten to
Falcon
have
friends.
someone replace them with more seasonal
New Year.
ones.
Happy New Year. Hope you're having a good day. To satisfy? Oh, sorry. I felt like, you have to deliver it in, like, the way she wants it, right? They're just fruits. If you like them, you can take some back. The High Marshal still insists. That's such a hard word to, like, pronounce properly. The High Marshal still insisted on visiting the Empire even though the Interstellar Starfaring Summit is about to end. He planned to apologize to me in person.
Your Majesty invited me for afternoon tea first.
Thank you, welcome
Let's
in.
chat while we drink.
I hope you can enjoy your time here. The Empire and the Federation aren't on friendly terms, but since Caleb is visiting during the summit, I still need to fulfill my duties as a hostess. Seeing him hold his teacup with a leisurely attitude, I feel as though he's returned to his own garden. Should have made him wait longer in the audience hall. The chairs there are the most uncomfortable. The attendants lead Tavy away, but I don't overlook the way their tails wag with a particular enthusiasm. Ha! You raised them. They still remember you after so long.
Yet it seems like you've forgotten me. Or is the Empire's communication system so poor that not even one message from you could get through in 2 months?
For me, it's just teasing MC when calling her sister. Yeah, they're not blood related. It's just kind of like, I think the whole idea of like forbidden love and stuff like that is essentially, like in a grand Cosmo area royal family thing. You grew up together under the same household, but you're not blood related. It's probably like adoption. So I don't know if this is the case. I don't know if it's weird, but imagine falling in love with someone you grew up with that's adopted. I don't know. I'm sure that happens, and I'm sure that's called forbidden love, but they're not blood related. So, I have my own matters to deal with. Hello there, Leona King. Caleb nods non-committedly, sets down his teacup and rests one hand against the side of his face.
Your Majesty should be occupied with countless Imperial matters. So, you've been busy trying to retaliate against me?
Before I can counter, he continues speaking, but he's not making any accusations.
The plan was good this time. The people who executed it were very careful. I almost didn't find any evidence. But if you had been a bit more ruthless, I could have been the first High Marshal to get lost and die in magnetic field turbulence due to a navigation system failure.
I can call you Leona? Okay. Leona it is. Nice to see you. I pick up a pastry and feign the perfect amount of surprise. Oh, I thought you said you were absent due to personal reasons. Using such an excuse at the last minute to implicate the Empire would be too obvious. People from other galaxies wouldn't believe it.
So you were waiting for me to show up in the hologram. I took some time to get here, but fortunately, it could wait.
Like a magician, he produces a bouquet of flowers, and I'm stunned. You took the time to prepare this?
I was already late, so I figured showing up later would be more to your liking.
That's not what I wanted. The familiar floral fragrance drifts past us. Despite our current circumstances, it stirs distant memories and softens my heart.
When you and I lived in the Empire, we used to butt heads over all sorts of things. You were younger, and I spoiled you. During those moments when you were in the wrong, sometimes I'd say you had a point.
So this is an Asian translation. It sounds weird because it's like Western, like you were younger. Oh, and I spoiled. It almost sounds like grooming, right? But we're talking about like not many years difference. It's kind of like when you're the older in a family in Asia, when you're like the older sibling, you have to do all the looking after. You're almost like a second mum to your other siblings. They're not actually blood related siblings. This is just a culture thing. But it sounds weird in English because, you know, it's just not your culture. You have a really relaxing narrator voice, Nate. Thank you.
You
Why is he so
never
breathy?
apologized. And I didn't have time
Who,
to
me?
coax you out of your sulking
Caleb?
episodes.
Caleb's breathy? I'm glad you enjoy my voice.
We made a promise at that time.
Whenever one of us wanted to make up to the other, we'd place a flower by that person's pillow. The person who receives the flower must forgive the other before it wilts.
I'm here because I wanted to know if this promise still holds true. And whether the Federation and the Empire we represent might still have a chance for cooperation.
Although I'm surprised, I only raised my eyebrow and signal for him to continue.
The Federation and the Empire have been mired in conflicts where survival itself was at stake. But
I'm
after
so sorry,
hundreds
Cody.
of years, this struggle has long since become a pointless habit. From minor clashes to wars, each one consumes finite resources while others prosper.
It's not as if I haven't considered the matters he speaks of. The tension between the Empire and the Federation stems from more people maneuvering beneath the surface. They create a turbulent undercurrent that never stops. But if going with the flow takes the least effort, why should I position myself as a reef? Since there will always be those who profit from conflict, any attempt for a collaboration would face significant resistance. I don't necessarily have to oppose you, but I also don't want to invite trouble.
If you let war fester, will it be easier for you to be the Empress? Don't forget that I defeated the ruler before you, who ultimately became the Empire's discarded pawn.
Caleb continues speaking in a measured and persuasive manner, but I detect a hint of something suspicious. You're confident you can defeat me. Why are you actively proposing cooperation?
The Empire has many heirs, but only you are my baby sister. Why wouldn't I favor you?
Yo, this guy is saying it as many times as Zane says he's a doctor. I don't believe you. That being said, I'm also aware of how Caleb's proposal is worth considering. He finishes his last sip of tea and shows me no urgency as he waits for my response.
Come to think of it, it's been a while since we traveled together. Why don't we look at what I found while I was lost this time? I think you'll be interested.
The long-haul vessel cuts through the edge of the cosmos and traverses star clusters and multiple warp points before arriving at the outermost edge of the Lorne Galaxy. Interstellar dust gradually increases during the latter half of the journey, and Caleb steers with precision to avoid countless obstacles.
Luckily, I was able to practice on the way here. I wouldn't dare to take you on a flight like this otherwise.
I think it gave you the perfect opportunity to show off your piloting skills in front of your subordinates.
You're not wrong. No wonder people say that the younger ones are little heartwarmers. You truly are considerate.
During our conversation, the vessel gradually slows down.
We're here.
All around us are the dust clouds that obscure our vision and churning nebulous storms. I look at Caleb. He stares at the observation display, his wrist moving as he slowly adjusts the altitude.
When I got lost,
Another thing is that another thing is, again, it's just an Asian culture thing, but it's like my older cousin, for example, I call her Jia Jia. She's not actually my older sister, but I call her Jia Jia because she's, you know, we are actually blood related, right? But like when you have like a younger person that you speak to, you know, you can call them like moi moi, which is like baby sister. It's literally the translation. So it's exactly like when he's referring to himself in Chinese, like, hey, I'm your big bro, I'm your gurgur, right? I'm your oppa. It's the same thing, but instead it's like the other way around. And you almost say it like nonchalantly in Hong Kong when you're like, you know, you're just trying to tease and be a bit funny. You know, you kind of say like, you can even say it to an older lady sometimes and be like, hey, moi moi, you know, and they'd be like, hey, what are you talking about? Sort of, and it makes them blush, you know, it's cute. So it's not literally like, hey, you're my baby sister. It's more like, well, since he's referred to himself as the big brother before in different languages, it's just the same, but in English. And again, it just doesn't translate very well, but it's just the culture thing.
I discovered warp points that aren't marked on the star map.
He doesn't say he's a doctor that much. Literally every single piece of content he has to say at least once. You know, he said it in the most recent Secret Time, he said it.
Into this area, Velitio, which means hidden place.
And literally the dude, what was the idol banner? The idol banner, and then Zane is like, these thugs are like, hey man, you want drugs? And then he's just like, no, and I don't think you should do that. And it's like, why not, bitch? And it's like, because I'm a doctor. Dude, what? What's that got to do with anything? Anyway, we're already close to the edge of the Lorne Galaxy. If we go any further... I stopped realizing why Caleb brought me here. Lorne is connected to Alor and Nizir. It serves as a buffer zone between the Empire and the Federation, and is the central hub of the known cosmos. But beyond that exist countless unknown places that have never been explored.
It's exactly what you're thinking. This warp point might lead to an unknown star system. The value it could bring far exceeds a single war.
Do you know the interesting part about Zane though? At least he said it in a different way. Instead of just saying I'm a doctor, he said something like... He said something really stupid like, I'm an accredited practitioner. And it's like, okay. At least he's got a wider vocabulary.
Shared interests can resolve hatred. The same principle can be applied to the Federation and the Empire.
To be fair, he makes me laugh. He out of all the allies, I think Zane genuinely makes me laugh the most because he's such a doofus. The way he just, I don't know, it's just funny. It's just funny to me, honestly. Oh shit, I skipped it. Oh dude, Zane has completely taken me out of this Caleb story right now. Right, whoosh, get back in. But it could also lead to destruction. Or nothing at all.
Yours. I'm simply showing my sincerity for cooperation.
I'm your attending physician. There you go. See? I'm your doctor. I'm a doctor. Why you have to tell me every time? Oh man. I can't wait. When they release an LI that does project management, gotta be like, I'm your project manager. Yeah, you have to say it in that context, but a lot of the context is just like, you don't have to say that. You don't. The idol banner one was the clearly one. He had no reason to say it, and he said it. And I think he said it twice. Above the firmament, that unfamiliar warp point flickers faintly. It's barely perceptible in the distance. Yeah, from Secret Times, from a medical standpoint, he had to say it then if he's role-playing. I get it. Does anyone else know?
You are the second person.
You trust me that much? I look at Caleb, but I can't figure out what he's thinking. I want to make a move against you. I could monopolize this discovery. No one else knows we came here. We'd be turned into cosmic dust.
Someone who truly wanted to kill would never look their enemy in the eye and speak the way you're speaking.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'll be like, hey, I'm a project manager, by the way. Let me organize you. Winky face. I need to think about this. Caleb lowers his head. Shadows fall across his brow as the air between us grows thick with tension.
Sure. But given our current situation, I'm afraid we don't have much time, regardless of what our decision is. We need to move fast.
His kiss falls with a fierce intensity. I close my eyes and allow myself to surrender to his feelings. Outside the porthole, the nebulous storm surges violently once more. Its eerie purple light flowing across the glass. The shadow of our intertwined figures is cast. There are many reasons that bind us together, but when they're weighed on a scale, our mutual interests outweigh everything else. I know Caleb doesn't trust me as much as he lets on. Then again, neither do I. It's a very pretty BGM. Morning light pierces through layering clouds and casts light grey shadows around the massive long-haul vessel. Oh, also, we might be doing a bit of... It's very casual, it's not official or anything, but we might... After this Dakar, we might do some karaoke if you guys want to sing song, yeah? Or if you just want to hear me sing terribly with the others, although the others are brilliant at singing. Yeah. Anyway. Morning light pierces through layering clouds and casts light grey shadows around the massive long-haul vessel. They're arranged in a formation at the center of the square. Faintly trembling from the engine's heat, massive holes are painted with the emblems of the Empire and the Federation. Around the square, nobles advance slowly within layers of guards while commoners gather like a tide in the outermost ring. At the highest point of the ceremonial spacecraft, I stand shoulder to shoulder with Caleb. We overlook this performance of peace.
The Empire and the Federation will form a joint fleet for the first Veletio warp trial. The stars will be our witness to this program, as it paves a smooth path towards cooperation. Lasting peace shall last longer in the cosmos.
I gaze at the nobles below, whose expressions are filled with the most doubt, and I look at Caleb, who's beside me. After returning from that trip, I formally considered his suggestion. He proposed that we could use Starport number 7 as a springboard to conduct a stable warp drill consisting of a joint escort. It would allow us to test whether Veletio is stable while rooting out a few troublemakers who are working behind the scenes.
Your Majesty, High Marshal, please complete the ceremony.
The funniest allies... Oh, I want to get in on this conversation. The funniest allies is Raphael, Zane, and Caleb. Those three are really funny. Silas, I don't think he's funny at all. Xavier, I don't think he's funny either. But those three, I think they're really funny. Raphael especially. Raphael and Zane, I find funny because I take a piss out of him. Raphael is genuinely fun. I think Caleb as well. Like, he's very memey. Like, he's like, you know, peace sign next to the grave and stuff.
Shall we do this together?
Yeah, let's do this together. This is the first time in 5 years that I've held his hand in daylight. His warmth travels through our fingers. It's so comforting that it leaves me in a daze. Meanwhile, the scepter I hold remains cold as always. Justice for Silas, he makes me laugh. He'd make me laugh if he farted. And if he did like a fat rich man's laugh like he does and then farts, that would send me all the way up. And a big loud fart as well, it has to be loud. According to what Caleb and I agreed upon, he will lead the first phase of the Veletio warp trial. He will establish an observation center at Starport number 7 and use the brand new warp point to dispatch fleets in batches. Oh, bye, Teal. Yet before the First Fleet could even depart, the Empire's agents planted at the starport reported bad news.
I didn't expect the Federation to act so quickly. It's only been a few days since they stationed themselves at Starport number 7, and they've already found an excuse to form a blockade around the area.
Yeah, he fell off the swing. I saw that on Reddit.
Our people in long-haul vessel
Xavier.
are still being detained. Communications have been cut off as well. They almost kept us in the dark.
But like, in terms of like wittiness and like, yeah. Like Halsey's very witty, so she needs quite like a witty person as well. That's why I think Zane suits Halsey so much. They'll just be teasing each other, I think.
The Federation can't be trusted. We never should have entertained the idea of cooperating with them. We've lost 10 of our newest spacecraft.
I'm somewhat prepared for the obstacles this plan would encounter, but everything happened so fast that it's catching people off guard. I rub my brow and question whether Caleb would make such a short-sighted decision. Perhaps I'm unwilling to admit that my desire to believe in him is greater than I previously thought. But everything in the cosmos is constantly changing. The Empire can still afford to pay this price. However, the Federation didn't just offend the Empire. The Lorne Galaxy won't tolerate their repeated provocations. Rapidly calculating the current situation in my mind, the highest priority is to withdraw before public opinions turn against us. Fortunately, I have a backup plan. Yeah, and he can hold you like that. That tall and short lady image. Stick to the original plan. I'll announce that I'm recovering from an illness to temporarily avoid the spotlight. As for the joint fleet, it's time to let the Lorne Galaxy know the deployment details around Velitia. The Federation broke the agreement first, so they can't blame us for muddying these waters. With the resolve to distance myself from this mess, I consistently claim I'm ill and remain in seclusion for the next 2 weeks. Each day, apart from taking walks in the garden and walking my bitter pup, I spend my time in my bedchamber or study. This could truly be called leisurely. Until tonight, that is. As usual, I walk to my bedchamber with the secretary before parting ways. Then I feel something is amiss. The maid seems to be somewhat nervous.
Your Majesty?
Did something happen while I wasn't here?
It's the same as usual. The Duchess visited and brought her nephew, who reportedly admires you. Following Your Majesty's instructions, we said that you need to rest and receiving visitors is impossible.
During my recuperation, nobles have already been stirring restlessly behind the scenes. There's also no shortage of those wanting to seize an opportunity to curry favor. Curry favor? What the hell does that mean? Hey, you're right, Pink Monster Fee, how you doing? Tabby is still lying outside the door. They normally bark when they catch a stranger's scent, but today they seem unusually well behaved. It's Caleb. I'm overthinking it. I give a slight nod, and the maids immediately understand. They open the doors to my bedchamber for me. Before the doors are fully opened, I catch sight of a familiar outfit. Caleb? I quickly walk into my bedchamber and dismiss all the maids. Caleb approaches and leans down to remove my cloak. His fingers slowly brush across my cheek.
You look terrible. Are you ill?
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm eating well, drinking well, and sleeping well. The stress you've caused hasn't given me an actual ailment yet. And you? Are you so pleased with the chunk you bit off from the Empire that you made a special trip here to thank me?
I'm here to resolve that matter, yes.
His overly calm demeanor only makes me more irritated. Does the truth behind Velitia matter to us anymore? The last possibility for cooperation has vanished. Our next meeting will be on the battlefield.
You don't trust me.
Why would I? Didn't you already receive the price I paid for that trust? 10 long-haul spacecrafts. It was very expensive. My dear brother.
Don't talk to me like that.
Caleb, I'm the Empress of the Cosmic Empire. You're the one who can't address me so casually.
I'll give you an explanation. You can decide whether or not you believe it.
So again, I have to address this because people are literally taking it at face value. This is literally saying 10 long-haul spacecraft. It was very expensive. My oppa. In Korean, that is the brother. They're not actually big brother. No. No. Okay? Thank you. I'll be more cautious next time, especially when matters involving you are involved. People are like this sometimes. They know their words are irrational, yet they're unable to stop themselves from saying them. I thought tonight would end on a sour note, but Caleb stays silent for a moment before looking outside.
I'm your brother. Don't always assume the worst of me.
At some point it started raining again. The pitter-patter creates a delicate rhythm against the window frame. There are no other sounds. I turn away, avoiding his gaze that shines with a new emotion. Forget it. I'm not in the mood to play this game with you, boy.
You'd rather play with another man.
Oh! Oh!
You'd rather play with another man.
That took me out. I look towards the sound and see a rug at the foot of the bed. It's rolled up and the vague outline of a person wrapped inside is visible.
Behave. Falling out of the window of the Empress's bedchamber can barely be considered leaving with dignity and grace.
The rug thrashes more violently. Caleb narrows his eyes and kicks it. The room falls silent once more. That was harsh.
You're worried about him?
He grips my chin and forces me to meet his gaze. We don't even talk. Why are you concerned about nothing? I'll send him back later.
He went through quite the effort to touch the Empress's bed. And you're going to return him without even giving him a glance? His face is decent, but his physique...
There's no need for that. Plenty of people like him compete to get closer to me. And there are others with superior physiques. A low chuckle brushes past my ear as he suddenly grips my wrist. I crash into his chest.
It seems you've been living comfortably during your recovery. Isn't it my turn now?
You? The sarcasm that doesn't escape is crushed between lips and teeth. His kiss descends like a sudden downpour. My body surrenders before my will can resist. For some reason, we seem to crave each other more than usual tonight. It's raining again, and maybe, just maybe, we're both tired. This weather is perfect for holding someone close. Or perhaps we finally see the unbridgeable rift that lies between us, yet we're unwilling to accept it. Before everything completely falls apart, we still want to desperately hold onto something big. Okay, I added that last word, okay?
Your reactions are more genuine this time.
You know, I love that cock rog. The dude's got front row seats. It's got the best angle. I glare at him only to earn a more intense response as he presses himself against me. It's an attempt to overwhelm me with an irresistible force. Neither of us wants to surrender. I forcibly push him, and he has to wrap his arms around me as we tumble towards the bed. I press my knee against his balls and look down as I restrain him beneath the folds of my dress. I am not changing that line. He holds my waist as his kisses trail down from my chest. From my chest! Yo, Caleb! Yo! He holds my waist as he kisses trails down from the chest. From the chest. He was right there from the start. Motorboating 2025, 2026. The warm, wet sensation settles on my abdomen and sends thrilling shivers through me. We've embraced each other like this countless times before, where our bodies are intimately entwined, and yet our hearts beat on opposite sides of an unreachable chasm.
I know why you wanted me to do this with you in the beginning. You're used to having everything, so you're unwilling to accept that I'm the one thing you can't control or claim as yours.
But aren't you still in my hands at this very moment? I release my grip on Caleb's hand and let my fingers trail downward from his Adam's apple. My movements carry a hint of teasing he excels at. A certain thought that has always lingered is about to surface. It's the simplest method and it could solve all our problems.
Have the baby, have the big baby, make the Federation Empire come together, make baby. Make the baby.
Is that not the answer? Is that what she's thinking? That's crazy. If I were to capture you in between my thighs and immediately imprison you. Without you as their High Marshal, the Federation won't be a threat to the Empire for a very, very long time.
That would work, I suppose. But what would Caleb be to you when he's stripped of his status as the Federation's High Marshal?
He would just be my stripped lover. You are my brother by blood and my natural born enemy. I think that's a mistranslation. As long as you bear the name Caleb, I will never feel at ease when I sit on my throne. This is the trial. This is a yes, you are my brother by blood. Nah. I think what they meant is brother by like because technically if one of them's adopted or like they're within the same family, they have the same name. So I think it's like I think it's literally by like name, or like house name, like surname. I would say, if that's literally by blood in Taiwanese or whatever language you want to call it, yeah, I'd be shocked as well. I'd be shocked as well. I'll give you a new identity. Abandon your past and stay where I can see you every day. For example, my bedchamber is the perfect spot.
You want me to be your secret lover. A mere shadow that no one remembers. Names and identities are nothing more than pieces of cloth. Even if you strip them from me, you still won't be able to truly trust me.
Yeah, what does anyone know what it says in Chinese? His hand glides along my waist before finally clasping my wrist as he pulls me into his embrace once more.
Isn't this our current situation?
It's a reminder. My Caleb isn't a bird that can be caged in a greenhouse's garden. He's someone I can never control. Oh my gosh, yes, good shout. Scarlet. I'm gonna write now. I'm gonna go Scarlet. She's asleep, but Scarlet. Where is she? Scarlet. Is there English? Actually, Caleb spoilers. If you haven't done the card. Is the translation for blood brother wrong. How do I send it as a spoiler? Completely forgot. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Done. Yeah. It's kind of like, yeah, it's the same shit, like, you know, have you read that book, Blood Brothers? Or like, I can't remember what it's called. But it's like when, you know, like in the army, all the people in that sort of patrol battalion, they like kind of like slice their knife like with their hands, and then they kind of handshake, and they're like, yeah, we're blood brothers, sort of thing, you know. But I don't imagine MC or Caleb ever doing that. I just think it's just under the same house name.
You want to turn my head into one of your trophies?
I mean, you can call them trophies if you want, but we call them something else here in England.
If I let our circumstances develop naturally, maybe you'll get a chance. When that time comes, make sure you're the one who kills me. This is also my promise to you.
Alright. In his eyes, I see myself wearing the same complex smile that's on his face. Long ago, our hunger for power tore holes in our chests and filled them with cold, ruthless hearts. Caleb and I are prisoners of our hearts' lack of mercy. We're merely puppets who are controlled and deceived by them. But perhaps we can still do one thing. One tiny act of resistance. Let's leave future matters to the future. At this moment, I want to feel the warmth you leave in my body. In my body? Ho, ho, ho. That's not a mistranslation. Woo! Whoa. That is sexy. I take his hand and guide it to my warm... Wow! Take his hand and guide it to my warmest depths. Woo! This is not just a secret time. As long as we have it to prevent us from being too cold. That's enough. Now come to me, boy. When we embrace, he seemingly wants to embed himself into... Oh! This card is stinking hot. This card is so hot. Wow. That is hot. Compose yourself. This is mild. This is so mild. When we embrace, he seemingly wants to embed himself into my very being. He wants to return to that point in primordial chaos where we had yet to be separated. Our passion isn't born from understanding and trusting each other. Our refusal to be consumed by that horrible emptiness gave rise to it. Intense pleasure and faint. Do you know Rugman? I'm gonna call myself Rugman. I am Rugman when I listened to Caleb's 4-star secret time. I was the Rugman. I was just there like... You know? Intense pleasure and faint melancholy mingle and merge. They wash over us in waves from where we're connected. If this is what love is, we're in love.
You are mine. We've always belonged to each other. The cosmos in its entirety.
Jeez, this guy needs to get a pay
can't
rise.
even compare to your kiss right now.
My tongue catches something salty and bitter. That is the man's good stuff. Are these my tears? It turns out even tears of joy are still astringent. Oh, it's her tears, never mind. But it doesn't matter. I've already kissed him. This is wild. The Federation has betrayed us and taken control of multiple starports in the Lorne Galaxy. We know their next target is the Empire. As your Empress, I have the responsibility to allow the Council of Elders to pass the Imperial Emergency Act. She's crying because the dick was so good. I don't know if it was that, but fuck it. Let your imaginations go wild. This is not a declaration of war, it's to ensure we won't be caught off guard when the crisis truly arrives. On the holographic screen, today's speech in which I announce my recovery and return plays repeatedly. I gaze at the figure speaking eloquently in the video, yet my thoughts turn to a person who's at the other end of the galaxy. After we parted ways that day, Caleb cleaned up the aftermath at Starport number 7 by himself. Yes, clean it up, boy! I don't know what he did, but even the Lorne Galaxy was pacified. The Empire spacecrafts were returned. Caleb packaged this crisis as my victory, and it even earned me a considerable amount of admiration from the nobles. It is so what the fuck, this card. This is his explanation to me, and perhaps the reason I might be able to trust him again. The only way to make trust is to make babies. However, we know a cosmos that's about to be ignited cannot be doused by droplets of water. The communication device rings, interrupting my thoughts.
How have you been?
Not too bad. Not great either. You?
Same. I saw Taby had torn up your precious garden last time. There was dirt everywhere. I sent a fresh batch of Nebulasia apples. They'll arrive in a couple of days.
I hope they can survive a little longer under Taby's teeth this time. Speaking of which, they managed to chew an entire lace trim into my bedchamber's curtains. Do you want to see the photos?
Sure. Don't spoil them too much, though.
I don't do that. When they're not being mischievous. They're actually adorable. They've chosen very good OSTs in this one. We chat about everyday matters and make jokes as usual. We avoid mentioning the war. It's possible we have nothing left to say to each other once the situation has escalated to this point. Two days after the umpteenth border scuffle between the Empire and the Federation, I didn't even know that was a real word, umpteenth. I thought it was just slang. The Nebulasia apples that Caleb sent bloom. Petting Taby, I sit on a bench in the greenhouse garden. This is a rare moment of peace. Suddenly, hurried footsteps resound outside the garden. I turn and see the big boy. The serious expression on the secretary's face.
We have an emergency.
There was an explosion in Starport number 7's transit zone. The Federation claims that the starship involved bears markings of a transit authorized by the Empire.
Boy. The sound of rushing water echoes in my ears again. It reminds me of that time with Caleb. And my rushing waters. I see myself drifting downstream towards the only direction available to me once more.
The nobles are already waiting for you in the audience hall.
Let's go. I pat Taby's Fluffy's head and stand up to leave. Clutching a flower, they roll around on the grass. The tail wags as cheerfully as always. The war has begun. It happens more easily than expected and is developing rapidly. The situation where two tides are evenly matched changes drastically after Lorne Galaxy's first batch of long-haul vessels joins the Empire. In a few months, the Federation's decline has become apparent. I haven't seen Caleb, and I no longer hear the ringtone that accompanies his calls. But occasionally, I will hear his name in military reports.
Your Majesty, we've just received intel. The Federation's council is pressuring Caleb. They're demanding him to voluntarily resign. But Caleb took an unyielding stance and sent people overnight to warn the leading councilman.
Damn.
2 days ago, he left the Federation's capital with a loyal fleet. His whereabouts are currently unknown. It's also possible that the Federation deliberately released this as a smokescreen to make us lower our guard.
Despite the headlines on the front page, all galaxies will spread this rumor. Either Caleb comes forward to deny it, or he lets it become reality. I believe the scales are tipping in my favor, but the sense of achievement accompanying it isn't as great as I expected. Something from the past never died, and even now, it continues to gnaw at me. The void in my heart has become exceptionally vast. It's an emptiness that couldn't be filled even if I possessed the entire cosmos. She needs Caleb. She needs the big boy. After ending another deployment meeting, I return alone to my bedchamber and fall into deep sleep. In my dream, an indigo wasteland stretches across cosmic dust. Something older than memory summons me. I raise my head and see the moonlight outlining a familiar figure.
You look tired tonight. What's wrong?
You have the gall to ask? I walk over to sit beside Caleb and lean against his shoulder, like when we were children. Fortunately, this is a dream. I won't be able to lean on you otherwise.
I'll always protect you whenever you want to lean on me.
I shake my head. You once told me that power is a blade, and we must hold it in our own hands. And when you grip the hilt of a blade, you can't dream of embracing another person.
Using a blade is easy. You'll always point the sharp end toward your enemies. But your current enemy is me.
Oh, I need to take my tablets. Good reminder. You say awful words even in my dream. Even in my dream. I hear Caleb laugh as if he doesn't care. Then he wraps his arm around my shoulders to pull me into an intimate proximity.
Although this isn't what we originally wanted, the war has already begun.
You don't want it either because I'll win this time.
Can one victory fill that unbearable emptiness in your heart?
I don't know. The throne, victory, peace, a greater cosmos, and you. I want everything.
We've only been apart for a few months, and here you are, being more brazenly greedy.
You're also at fault. I'm notably honest when facing Caleb in my dream. Maybe it's because it's been too long since we talked like this. You're the one who made me think I could obtain everything. And now you won't let me continue having beautiful dreams.
Aren't I in your dream at the moment? You can do whatever you want to me. I just don't know how much you'll remember when you wake up.
Noticing what Caleb is trying to imply, I pinch his arm. What am I to you?
You're proud, greedy, suspicious, willful, and even detestable sometimes.
Interesting.
Yet, you're the cutest baby sister I could ask for.
Under the vast sky, we sit quietly for a long time. Only the moon's slow descent reminds us of the passage of time. Something soft brushes against my palm. I look down and see a blue-grey flower he placed in my hand. It's then that I notice the wasteland is somehow covered in blossoming nebulaceae of apples. Caleb seems to remember something. Smiling, he stands up. Are you leaving?
The dream is about to end. We can only make our wishes come true after we wake up.
Your wishes? I don't even think I know what they are. He doesn't look like he'll say more. I give up. Never mind. You're just part of my dream. I can't expect you to answer questions I can't figure out myself.
Two stars following separate orbits. Even if they intersect for a moment, it'll bring about destruction.
Interesting.
That's one cosmic law.
Let me see if it loads better if I do this. Are you okay? It's loading the Kindle, for sure.
But it's possible that after seeking and embracing each other for eons, their attraction might not necessarily be for mutual destruction.
I'm still trying to make sense of his cryptic words when he turns around. He walks towards the edge of the wasteland where the moon has fallen.
Please, can you stop lagging, please?
If I do that, minimize, open. No, okay. It's just loading the Kindle. I want to catch up with Caleb, but I step onto empty air and rapidly fall. Sorry, I'm just trying to let the lag subside. Meow. Before my consciousness drifts away, I hear his voice again. It's more distant.
Aren't you curious about my wishes?
At this rate, I'm gonna.
I want the rules of this cosmos to change.
At this rate, I'm gonna have to do a. I'm gonna have to do a thrown iPad flipping thing. Oh my gosh. Mew Mew.
Change according to my will.
Where's the PC version? Mer's ones run surprisingly well though compared to mine. It's not like my one's like bad. It's just when I wake up, moonlight filters through the lattice window and falls next to my pillow. Looking at my empty hands, I feel disorientated. Yeah, I've lowered them as well. That's the thing. I've lowered them. I've like made it use whatever it needs to use. It seems someone once gently, tenderly held them for a long time. Even now, warmth still lingers. Yeah. Because it's not unplayable, but it's kind of like, how do you play, you know? Look at it. Yeah. Time passes silently, and the shadow of war still looms over the major galaxies. Oh gosh, I hope it doesn't lag on the Kindle. Seriously. That'll be such a letdown. Inside the reception hall, and in front of a massive panoramic glass wall, starship models are displayed like constellations. Nearby, Phelan, a representative from the Lorne Galaxy, taps the hologram to give the sales pitch for this batch of brand new starships.
This is the design for the third batch.
Can I actually? How do I do that? Should I just come out of it? Let's try it. Okay. Because there's like chapters, right? Look how laggy it is. Holy shit. This is... I've got literally a current gen GPU. AMD 5070 or whatever it is. It's very strong. Like... It's the CPU, is it? I mean, let's just have a quick look at it whilst we're at it. I mean... Look. Vulkan. Oh, you can't see it. But I've got DirectX, which is what was recommended. Performance setting is high. 6 cores, RAM 12 gigabytes. GPU memory usage is auto, and I had it on optimal before it didn't work. Forced use of discrete graphics card. I even lowered the resolution, so I changed it from 1920 by 1080 to 1280 by 960. So I'd lowered that. I lowered the maximum FPS to 60. Yeah. My CPU has 12 cores, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure my one has 12. A quarter. Okay. Should we try that quickly? Should be using a quarter. Okay. So let's just lower it. Actually, wait. Let me see if it refreshes better. Would it be better? Okay, I'll make sure I take a look at it. Your CPU has 16? Damn, that must be a new gen. I think mine has 12. And if it doesn't, then I'll use like way less. Yeah, probably just a CPU though. If anything, then I'll probably if I have 6 cores, then I'll probably lower it to like what? What's a quarter of that? What, 2 cores? Oh, it's smooth now. We know the next target is the Empire. Oh, I've already done this bit, right? Okay. Let's just rush past it again.
How have you been?
Let's see.
Same. I saw...
Because I know it's bugged that when you,
Sure.
If you refresh it, it just runs really smooth again. Here we go. So it's super smooth again now. Oh man. Oh man.
Your Majesty, we have an emergency. There was... the no...
Sorry, I'm just skipping through.
Your Ma... What? 2 days... It's...
Rockman's still at the bottom. Right, here we go.
You look tired tonight. What's wrong?
So it should start lagging now. If I can't load the...
Using a blade is easy. But your current enemy is me. Although this isn't what we originally wanted, the war has already begun.
So they tried to make peace, but it didn't work. Okay.
We've only been apart for a few months, and here you are, being more brazenly greedy. Aren't I? You're proud, greedy, suspicious, willful, and even detestable sometimes. Yet,
it's not laggy anymore.
You're the cutest baby sister I could ask for.
Under the vast sky, we did. I remember this bit. Smiling, so are you leaving?
The dream is about to end. We can only make our wishes.
Yeah, it's not lagging anymore. How bizarre is that?
Cosmically. But it's possible that after seeking and embracing each other for eons...
It lagged there, but it's still smooth. Uh-oh, it's lagging again.
Aren't you curious about my wishes?
Before, though. Crazy, right? Oh, fuck.
I want the rules of this cosmos to change according to my will.
Oh shit, still same problem. So I guess before it worked with the idle one, but now it's not working, I guess. Oh well, we're just gonna have to deal with it. I think because we're so close to the Kindle, we'll like go through it and then it'll just go back to normal, I think. God, that is unbearable though. Okay, should we restart this one? Holy cow, look at that. When I wake up, moonlight filters through the lattice window and falls next to my pillow. It seems someone, once gently, tenderly held them for a long time. And even now, warmth still lingers. Bloody hell. Oh my god. Okay, we might have to reset this. We'll see how bad the Kindle comes out. We'll see how bad it comes out. If it's really bad, then yeah, we'll just I think it must be the CPU. Time passes silently because my CPU is old, and the shadow of war still looms over the major galaxies. Inside the reception hall and in front of a massive panoramic glass wall, starship models are displayed like constellations. I also know another hack is when you load the Kindle first and then like you play it and the second time it fixes it, but I don't know, it's a 50-50. If we get to the Kindle today, yeah. Nearby, Phelan, a representative from the Lorne Galaxy, taps the hologram to give the sales pitch for this batch of brand new starships. How close am I to the Kindle? I think
this
I'm pretty
is
close,
the design
right?
for the third batch. If your majesty approves, we can immediately begin the next round of production.
There's no need to hurry. Currently, losses from the Imperial starship battles are low. Lower than expected. I'll give you a contract that our strategists redrafted later. Quite close. Phelan pauses, and the hologram on the glass wall slightly trembles in response.
Of course.
Your Majesty!
They're attacking. Here he is. Without waiting for the guards outside, my secretary bursts into the reception hall. She's unable to hide her excitement. It's loaded.
Fleet led by the High Marshal
It's smooth
encountered
now.
an emergency in the Allure Galaxy. The cause is currently unknown, but they chose to make an emergency landing within Imperial territory.
It's so
We've
smooth
already
again.
calculated their approximate
Look how-
location
this is-
and narrowed it down to 3 sites.
So weird. Phelan immediately stands up and bows respectfully. Look at that smoothness.
Congratulations, Your Majesty. The High Marshal has crashed into the Empire's territory. This is an excellent opportunity. If the Empress gives out the order to execute him, no one will dare to question Your Majesty's reign.
Oh. Since when have Lorne's denizens started crying about matters between the Empire and the Federation? I thought you'd be happy to see this conflict continue. After all, you still have plenty of high-quality goods worth selling.
The High Marshal has always been despotic and recklessly
The
willful.
lagging mood swings. Like,
You gotta treat them
My
anyway
suggestion
like
is
a
to
baby
not
girl.
let him easily escape your control, Your Majesty.
I remain non-committal, my gaze sweeping past Phelan to land on the secretary waiting nearby. Find them. Before I give the order, no one is permitted to attack.
As you wish.
I nod in acknowledgement and my fingers tapping the table's surface. Out of the corner of my eye, I catch a fleeting shadow of displeasure cross Phelan's face. Ever since the Interstellar Starfaring Summit was held, the people of the Lorne Galaxy have been somewhat dissatisfied with Caleb. But obvious attempts at sowing discord are a first. Did their patrons become impatient? The Lorne Galaxy may have never been truly neutral, but I have no intention of exposing their scheme to use me as their weapon for now. At this moment, I'm more concerned about Caleb's situation. Notify the command ship. We're departing for our home planet. It's smooth as butter now. It's literally smooth as butter. The command ship traverses through the dark cosmos. Stars streak past at light speed as if the entire world is disappearing behind me. I think I have too many things to ask him after 6 months. 6 months? That's a long time. In what capacity should I meet you this time? Even the Kindle's running smooth. It's like loaded, you know? Weirdly. Go find him. What do you mean he's right in front of you? The Federation is dead, and the stars will only remember one person's name. Give up, my dear brother.
But I brought you a gift for your coronation. Our nations want us to kill each other. However, they don't know that we're from the same source. Our souls are entwined.
Only on the condition that you serve me. You stand by my side. What the hell was that? Caleb! You may have ambition, but
never lost conscience.
Okay. Sorry, I thought that was me. Here we go. Right back, baby. Yeah, the translation's not right, I think.
Sealing their own
Or they're
fate.
speaking like space language, you know.
Now then, let us discuss the terms for a ceasefire.
Caleb, what do you want?
You.
Don't play around with me.
But after tomorrow, you won't belong to just me anymore.
Oh, he puts me on the throne. This is mine. Wow, that was intense. Oh, yeah. Get in there, girl. Oh, yeah. Look at her. She is intense. You need to find another way to fill up my ambition.
Then let's make this our solemn vow. We'll forge our shackles anew. And we will kill that very thing called fate together.
That's nice. That was a nice kiss. She is very cute. She's very moody as well. She's always like... On the throne, Caleb and I rest in each other's embrace. The dust has settled and only wisps of smoke rise above parts of the ruins. Imperial generals have regained control of the situation, and it's not hard to track down the forces that tried to sabotage our negotiations. Those who want to profit from it will pray for the war to never end. It's not just Lorne, though. The Empire and the Federation have no shortage of such people. They're only more covert about it.
Exactly. Too bad they picked the wrong targets. No matter how hard they try, it won't work.
Oh, Monty's such a good boy. He's just sleeping there. Caleb rotates his wrist and spreads out several encrypted documents. He taps them, and a series of terms appears in the air. Raising an eyebrow, I lean in to get a good look at the documents. Phelan drafted them and added enticing language in generous terms. They even promised you Lorne's entire shipbuilding capacity for the next 10 years. You weren't tempted?
Isn't it because I already have the ally whom I want the most? I had no choice but to turn them down. Even though my little sister abandoned me halfway through our collaboration, I won't hold a grudge.
He's referring to the Valicio incident. I claimed to be sick halfway through while providing intel to the Lorne Galaxy. I suppose I caused them some trouble at the time, but that's in the past now. There's nothing we can't discuss. I couldn't have guessed you detected someone was planning to bomb the starport. So you decided to strike me first. In any case, the situation was unclear at the time. I wouldn't put my crown at risk.
I figured as much. I did visit you as soon as I stabilized the situation. You did the same thing tonight.
I don't know if anyone can do it, but his expression free of accusation stirs a sense of guilt that's been dormant for a long time. I gently link my arm with his. I was gonna lick my arm. Be honest. Didn't you think you might die if I hadn't arrived in time? What if the others persuaded me, and I decided to kill you? He doesn't answer my question. He only lowers his head to kiss my hair.
Do you remember the
familiar
warp
look.
point, Valitio? And the plan we created? I still believe it can change certain established rules and lead us to a different future. What do you think, Your Majesty?
Called me Majesty rather than
A baby sister.
oh, it's the L&D music. 3 months later, she's pregnant.
The Empire and the Federation have reached a consensus and renewed the Centennial Mutual Assistance Treaty. The exploration plan regarding Valitio will also be resubmitted for deliberation by the Noble Assembly and the Federation's Council.
Hey, you're right. Yeah, there was one more.
Your Majesty, High
more.
Marshal, you may place your hands here.
Caleb and I step forward together and solemnly place our hands on the treaty. A ring of blue light spreads and ripples outward like the starlight before settling into the profound silence. But the cosmos abides by one truth. It will forever exist in unrest and chaos. Tranquility is only temporary. But we'll leave those headaches for our future selves. At this moment, I feel an unprecedented sense of satisfaction filling my chest. We're at the end, I think. Doesn't this feel like we're exchanging vows?
If I had known, I would have prepared rings. If we exchanged vows, the old guard in the Empire would throw more than just one tantrum.
Do you care about that? Maybe we'll never be able to stand beside each other in such a way. His voice is quiet, yet it's clear. It feels as if he's whispering directly into my ear. It's a rhyme.
Ever since I was little, I've always accomplished what I set my mind to. Once I've chosen a path, I'll see it through to the end. It doesn't matter how impossible it seems. And when you kissed me for the first time, I was happy. I'm lucky that I have a sweet baby sister.
Said it twice now. So how much
Her
was it before?
heart is just like mine.
9 times, so 9 plus 2. 11. They've said it 11 times.
Ever since then, I've never felt lonely.
Caleb and I were once at opposite ends of the same views. I get why people are like,
Oh my gosh, they're blood related.
because it keeps saying like same views, same soul, same this, same that. I get it. But it's kind of like, I guess it's like how Silas describes it sometimes. He's like, we're two of the same soul, two kindred spirits and all that shit that he says. But he doesn't nearly say like, you're my brother, you're my sister, like what Caleb's doing. Caleb's literally saying it 11 times, right? Yeah, it's just weird. But now all of that is behind us. If the cosmos will forge ahead, unscathed. In the Empire, Caleb's name no longer symbolizes danger and destruction. Rather, it will be the most gentle, romantic footnote of this era. Caleb, the Federation's High Marshal, the Empress's big brother. He didn't say it, but former enemy and lifelong beloved, second only to the Cosmic Empire. Someday, I think I'll agree to let someone delete that small text in parentheses. After all, the life we'll experience together will be a long one. Oh, I'm glad it was a happy ending for them. Yeah, so it is. The translation's wonky. Nah, it's definitely I think the most it is like adoption, you know? So like they were raised under the same roof, under the same sort of family, fresh, like, you know, like they never describe the parents, for example. They don't describe like, yeah. It's just the way they describe it is weird. I wouldn't say it's like, I wouldn't say there's like drama over it though. Well, Caleb's and Ditch Witch makes a good point. Yeah, Ditch Witch makes a really good point. But like, the only thing I see here is that it's a mistranslation. It's kind of like, and Caleb's. This is why I say the voice actor is carrying the character so hard, because he basically, what I imagine is he works remotely and he gets these lines. He just looks at them and he's like, what the fuck? And he has to make it sound, he can't change the lines, he has to say it how it is, right? And there's no like, I wouldn't say there's any direction that he probably gets. So there's been many times shown where the translation has been not right, you know? Like, for example, in his Homecoming Wings, I think literally in that trailer, he's like, he says something like, I've waited until you were young or something like that, since you were young, like I've been waiting or something like, it's something really weird. And it's like, that's not what it translates to,
something interesting,
you know? But this one's even more weird because I feel like they intentionally wrote those things, but it's either that the English translators have just not been careful enough, or they actually want to imply that it's blood related, but yeah, I don't think it is. Kind of like, yeah, taboo between a doctor and patient and siblings is kind of different. It's kind of like Xavier is like your co-worker, right? I mean, you don't, the saying goes, you shouldn't eat where you sleep. No, you shouldn't shit where you eat. Wait, does that make sense? What's the term? You shouldn't... Yeah, it's kind of like you shouldn't date your colleague or something like that, people say, because it's just brings about problems. It's not like a taboo, but... You didn't eat where you poop, yeah. Yeah. It's a weird one, this one. Yeah, I know, I have to, I'm only just doing Caleb's today. It will be Thursday and Saturday that we do the others, because I've got to look after little Monty and walk him and let him pee. And I'll be on the Discord, though, for some karaoke or just some general chit-chat. They are both heirs, so they are related. Yeah, but they're not fighting for the Empire, because Caleb intentionally said, like, you're going to be the Empress, you know? And heirs doesn't mean that they're blood related. Just because you're an heir, though, it doesn't mean you're related. Yeah. The thing is, like, when the I don't blame the translators, because I don't know, well, to be fair, translators would normally know the culture, but at the same time, I've seen so many Japanese games, Final Fantasy games, and then they translate it to English. Final Fantasy Tactics PlayStation 1 is a perfect example. Like, you know, people say Final Fantasy Tactics back in the days was like an absolutely beautiful masterpiece. And it was only until the PSP version, War of the Lions, where the actual translation was really good. All I'm saying is I would date my doctor before I dated my brother. Definitely. Although, that is a trope. Oh my gosh, stepbrother, I'm stuck in a washing machine. Oh, stepbro. Oh my gosh. Hey, that's a kink that I don't mind, you know, but my line is, gosh, my eyeballs. My line is the blood. That's weird. And also, generally speaking, like, I don't know, I'm just naturally not attracted to people that I'm blood related to. I'm just not. Yeah, it is hard to translate, honestly. It's definitely hard to translate. There's gonna be a teacher trope, isn't there? It's the next Elia teacher. Yeah, I think it's all well and good for people to have their preferences and stuff. It's just, and as Halsey said, like, you know, even if, let's just say it was stepbro rather than, like, blood related, you know, she'd rather date a doctor than someone that's even a stepbro, you know? But yeah, I just think it's, if I had to date, if I dated my stepsister, I think it'd be strange in the context, like, in a small, sort of, not super rich family, bringing up in a very intimate sort of environment where, like, you know, I have to look after this, person, you know. Yeah, it would be weird for me as well to date, like, a not related sister. But at the same time, even if I feel it's wrong, technically isn't. Technically isn't. And hey, what if she's a baddie? What if she's an absolute baddie? I'd be like, and you know, I feel attraction towards women that aren't blood related to me. So it's just kind of like, I don't know what my body would react. It might be like, ooh. Caleb took MC in when she was a teenager. That's called grooming. Is that real? Is that real? Really? I don't know what's worse. What's worse? Taking on a... I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's an interesting card. That's a really interesting card. If Silas is like way older, and yeah, that's really strange. But hey, I'm just this is just first hearing about it, you know. Yeah. But interestingly enough, a lot of in Asian context, if you're literally growing up with someone that's like not blood related, but he's basically acting like your brother, that is still considered like in Asian culture like forbidden love. But it's always been a trope in Asian culture, you know, having that like older brother sort of character arc, that sort of trope. It's always been around. And do you know why it's always been around? Because Asian girls like it. A lot of Asian girls like it, you know, they love that like older brother style kind of characters. Interesting. So weird. So I'm just literally looking at this Reddit post now, and it's like EN version for Caleb's Imperial Throne Song versus Chinese version. My first playthrough I chose the brother option, laughed my ass off, so I didn't see the EN word choice for the lover option, but after I chose the other option, saw the "You are my brother by blood," I changed it to Chinese text to see what it said, and it says these words in Chinese, blood related, but it can mean family name, but also can mean shared ancestor of people of the same country, which is even more vague than "you are my brother by blood." So it's almost like in Chinese it makes sense because it's like fairly vague. It's like, hey Monty, you alright, buddy? It's not really meant to be looked into so deeply, but then when you translate that to English, it's like that sounds really like hardcore. One sec. Pick up my mom. You want to pick up my mom? Come on. Oh, you're a big boy. Oh. Uh-oh. Pull that forwards. There you go. Sorry about that. You wanna cuddle, mate? You wanna cuddle? Sweet home Alabama. That's so funny. It's true though. Yeah, so fascinating, honestly. So, to be fair, all the allies, it seems, are like 1,000 years old or something, right? So, they're all forbidden. They're all forbidden. But yeah, we're only doing a shorter stream today because we're gonna do some karaoke. I need to walk him. It's with your Monty. I need to walk with your mom. You know? I gotta walk the baby. So I got to walk the baby and then I'll come on to Discord and say hi, yeah? Oh, did I fuck up this green screen? Yeah, I did. There you go. Oh, Monty. Do you want to? You have to go walkies, mate. You gotta go pee-pee. It was lovely covering the it was lovely covering the memory of you guys. I think it was interesting. I think Xavier's is still the GOAT. Xavier's card was freaking awesome. Did you guys see that one? There's like a whole time loop. Like MC was the one that saved him all those years ago and stuff. Like spoilers, obviously, but it's very, very good. Xavier's one is the most well crafted one, in my opinion. The most well crafted story. It was very exciting. It has a time loop. It was great. But I'm looking forward to covering the rest of them, Silas and Zane's. I have a funny feeling Zane's one's going to be really good, even though I wasn't really impressed by his trailer. I'm looking forward to Zane's one more than Silas's. I'm biased, but Zane's was the best for me. Yeah, I'm interested. I'm very interested in Zane's one. All right, mate. All right, mate. Right, let me see if we can raid someone, and then we'll go. But I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Obviously, like, follow, subscribe, and if you follow my socials, that'd be awesome. But we're going to cover some more L&D on Thursday. And I really, really look forward to... well... I saved Zane's till last because I was like, we gotta do Zane's last because I have a funny feeling it's going to be good. And I haven't really heard anything on it besides the fact that it's... I haven't heard anything about it besides the fact that it's, like, possibly Shakespearean again, just like Xavier's. I don't want to spoil too much, but... Let's raid Mimberly, yeah? Should we raid Mimberly? Let's raid Mimberly. Raid Mimberly. You too. Mimberly, you too. Did I spell that right? No, I didn't. Oh, you gotta be careful there, Natey boy. Right, let's see what Mimberly's up to, yeah? Mimberly YYT. See you later, guys. I'll see you on Discord later if you guys want to join karaoke, yeah? If you want to join karaoke and just sing a song and, you know, or just listen in, then we'll be on Discord in about half an hour or so, yeah? Alright, thanks, guys. Chill, chill. Bye-bye. Here we go. Thanks, YouTubies. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. And, is she going as well? She's not. I hope not. Bye, guys. I'll see you another time.